for their
This is
4s
the
and 5s.
this is the casual Leshrac and Night Stalker ban, considering that Leshrac has been like the king of meta right now because of the fact that he pushes towers so well. He is in line with the Pog na after niya makuha yung level 5, level 6, level 7 niya, nagro-rotate kagad palabas ng kanyang lane, takes down the towers, find skills para siyang tempo controller na hindi mo mapigilan in the laning stage. Pero you definitely have an answer in the mid game. It's just that ang laki kasi na binibigay na advantage kagad for the team na makakahawak ng ganong klaseng hero.
And I like the tiny ban here, just making sure that they don't have to deal with this high damage carry that can literally be the one glove that fits all. It can go for the 3, the 2, and the 1 even, and the tiny definitely one of the more dangerous picks in this meta.
Yep, ito yung sinasabi nating flexible pick for our viewers out there. There are certain heroes that if they get picked, you can't really say na carry yan, mid lane yan, off lane yan, or support yan. May mga hero kasi talaga na sobrang flexible that you can play any role, whatever the draft demands it.
And flex picks are definitely one of the best things that you can possibly get because you're gonna confuse the draft. Like
it adds to the mind game.
It's all kinds of mind games. It's all kinds of gambits. It's a chess match basically in the other guy's head, and they get the Nature's Prophet as the first pick for Bren Epro.
Yep, another comfort pick here for Bren Epro. They really do like to establish their early game dominance, especially in the laning stage with the right heroes here for Bren Epro. So I'm kind of figuring out that their playstyle is centered around having their cores get online as fast as they can and take the mid game.
And definitely, it's definitely as textbooked as possible. It's a good choice for them, as cross-map plays are definitely encouraged once you get the Nature's Prophet, and probably they're going to add something that will facilitate to that, someone who probably has enough mobility to catch up with them.
And the thing about Nature's Prophet is that you mentioned it, the ability to cross the map. It is a hero that can be present everywhere. It is a global hero. Kapag ikaw yung HF Emperors, you can't really assume unless nakita mo na nag-teleport talaga sa isang lane. Meron kasi siyang skill na tinatawag nating teleportation wherein he can teleport anywhere he wants to, even the fountain if need be. Na if you're HF Emperors, you can't really assume na hindi pwede magpakita yung Nature's Prophet during the team fight. Kaya nakita nyo kanina yung mga rotations ng Nature's Prophet kung saan-saan siya napupunta.
Yeah, and now Oracle gets through. We did discuss the Oracle ban in the previous game, and now one of the best possible supports that you can possibly pick in this meta right now is Oracle, but you need 10,000 IQ and coordination. It's all kinds of galaxy brain, really.
Yeah.
And Ember Spirit being taken away from Bren Epro. They don't want Scarlet on that thing again, but Puck goes through, and probably Scarlet is going to operate that one.
Yep, it is going to be... I think it might be Ryo in the middle lane, but I guess they can switch it around, because I've talked to the players, they really like switching the roles around. They have these supports that can play post 4, post 5, both of them.
Yeah.
And you have these cores that can play post 1, post 2, both of them as well. So the only player here that is stuck to one role is the offlaner.
Yeah. And of course, RQM is such a good offlaner in the previous match that they wouldn't want him in any other role. And of course, Bren Epro hitting us with a little bit of a Team Liquid there, the little Matumba Man Miracles switch up there.
Yeah.
And right now they're just HF Emperors thinking of the next ban, knowing that they already showed their hands with this position too. I mean, yes. Actually, thanks for correcting me. That does belong to Ryan, not Scarlet.
Yeah. I think you ban either the Lifestealer here or the Troll Warlord in this phase, because Bren Epro already banned out the Juggernaut, but the answer here for HF Emperors is going to be the Next Assassin, one of the best heroes against Ember Spirit because of the uncontrolled damage output that you give. Because Ember Spirit, yung fire shield niya, he can't really control where the damage goes to. So kapag nasa vicinity si Next Assassin, meron siyang skill na tinatawag nating Spike Carapace na ibabalik niya sa iyo yung damage na nakuha niya, and at the same time there's a stun. So may pang-control sila kay Ember Spirit if ever man nakuha ng Bren Epro yung kanilang Next Assassin. Pero good answer here, the Alchemist ban for Bren Epro para wala yung super early game hero na meron siya Alchemist, dahil si Alchemist kasi sobrang bilis niya mag-farm with the right matchups. Kunwari yung Kalinya hindi siya kayang pigilan, talagang pa-farman lang siya, and the problem is pag dumating yung time na buo na yung Radiance, there's no stopping this guy from taking over the map.
And the reason why he could farm so well for the viewers at home, it's because of Greevil's Greed, which stacks up all the way and at level 4 plus 32 gold for literally everything he lasts. He doesn't care if it's a 9 gold neutral creep, it's gonna still be a 32 gold bonus for him.
Yep.
So that's going to be a lot of money and net worth. So they have to prevent that from happening. But Shadow Shaman being picked here by Happy Feet Emperors, and ridiculously, this is one of those supports with so much damage in terms of basic attack.
It's basically like a Nature's Prophet on the lane. He deals
79?
69 or 71 damage per right click, level 1. And the thing is, HF Emperors here, we're looking for a catch against the puck, an initial jump. Because the only option that they have was the Lion and the Shadow Shaman, but the thing is they need a pusher here for the side of HF Emperors. That's why they decided to go for the Shadow Shaman, because Hex has an instant cast point. There's no delay. Once you press the button, once you press the click from your mouse, it instantly hexes your enemy. So that is going to be the answer here for HF Emperors. But a good welcome here, a good welcome back for the Earthshaker, a hero that was not present for a very long time.
But then, of course, the Earthshaker also has an instantaneous engage in the form of Echo Slam.
Yeah.
As it doesn't have any cast time, unlike his other moves like Enchant Totem and Fissure, and that could probably stop the Hex from being online. But once again, the Earthshaker here, probably one of my favorite heroes out here. You have you have the power of the stun lock, you have the power of the zone off because of the Fissure Wall, and of course Echo Slam being such a strong AOE. Stun and engage and so much damage all even. So this is definitely something that we could look forward to in this game. We're gonna see Icy or Goaty probably wield the Earthshaker for this beautiful engage.
And to add to that, no, it's a battle between yung instant initiation. It's a battle between Lion or Earthshaker. But the thing about the Earthshaker pick is that it synergizes very well with Dream Coil.
Yes.
Yung ultimate kasi ni Puck, for the viewers, meron siyang ultimate na tinatawag nating Dream Coil wherein you latch heroes in a certain area na hindi sila pwede umalis. Kapag umalis sila, they're gonna be stunned. And there's a damage after that. So you are basically controlling heroes inside a range na pwedeng gamitin ni Earthshaker to set up the Echo Slam. Echo Slam is a very devastating team fight skill na nakakapag-dish out ng sobrang laking damage because it counts how many units are there and it dishes out the damage as the number progresses. Pero the answer here for Bren Epro against the Tidehunter is the Ursa. Nakita natin to nung Sunday na nilaro ng I believe PLDT Sport Omega against the Tidehunter, and it demolishes again melee heroes. And I think Bren Epro they like to run this Ursa against the Tidehunter.
And definitely, Ursa is one of those picks that ignore tankiness altogether. Fury Swipes as a skill stacks up every hit. Every time you land a basic attack, you land a right click, it just stacks up more and more damage. Starts from 15 to like 35, if I remember correctly, or 45 damage.
It starts at 10, then
10.
it stacks up until to 15.
Until to 15, no, max level.
I think 16. Yeah. No. It's 32.
32 damage, and that's 32 damage just stacking up again and again and again. It just gets worse and worse for every time, and Overpower does facilitate that with the max attack speed that you get. And Tidehunter, despite the Kraken Shell, you're still gonna have a hard time because even if you get away from the slow because of your Kraken Shell, which cleanses any form of crowd control, you're still gonna have a hard time with this Ursa just whacking you constantly.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to stun you to whack you.
The thing is, Ursa, yes, he is dealing 32 damage per right click, and that's not considering the physical damage that he outputs as well, and the rage.
Yes.
His ultimate allows him to have 80% magic resistance,
and the multiplier.
Double the damage of whatever Fury Swipe stacks there is.
Yes, and of course, Ursa.
It's technically 64 damage plus whatever.
Yeah, and of
he's
course
got.
it stacks multiplicatively.
Yeah.
So like it just multiplies and multiplies and multiplies.
It is a devastating damage output.
It's not just plus 32 every hit. No, it's plus 32 over the plus 32 over. So for the viewers at home, and if you want to get into Dota, like probably Ursa's like the pick that you want to get into because he's fun to play if you want to really get into it. And of course the last pick here. For Bren Epro is going to be the Wind Ranger, and definitely Wind Ranger carries a lot of. Is that going to be a 3 Ranger?
I'm not sure.
Or is that going to be a 4 Ranger?
What they want with the Wind Ranger, because they definitely can rotate the roles around. Can definitely be an off lane Earthshaker, pretty good against the Ember Spirit. But the thing is, they need a good offlaner that can control the tempo for Bren Epro, that will wield the the Hood of Defiance or the Pipe of Insight just to mitigate the damage output of HF Emperors. But Wind Ranger does put something else for Bren Epro here, the catch that they need against this Ember Spirit.
And now Dragon Knight being picked here for HF Emperors as their last pick. Super tanky from the get-go, even in the early game with Dragon's Blood, as it gives armor and regen. You go for the Dragon's Breath, which also reduces the damage output of anyone in front, and of course Dragon Tail, which is a 2-second stun early on.
Yep.
Makes him such a strong pick early and all throughout, actually. Because once you go to Dragon form, you become this ridiculously strong high damage carry, because by the moment you get Dragon form, you probably have at least 1 or 2 items.
Yeah, and ito yung natural answer against K-Pop.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact that you really can't kill the Dragon Knight in the lane. Well, it's a skill-based matchup, lalo ngayon na medyo nagbago yung matchup na yun. Kasi I've seen international players actually favor the puck against the DK. Parang yung Monkey King and Ember Spirit kanina. Yeah. There's a chance na makalabas si puck on the laning stage na sobrang dominant, pero there's still a chance na mas mataas naman na maging maganda yung start ng DK. But the thing about the draft of HF Emperors is that they're heavily focused on the sila naman yung early game tempo rito. They can take down the towers whenever they want because they have the threat of the Ravage. They can build up to a sustain. They can buy the Hood of Defiance, the Crimson Guard, and it will definitely stop the aggression here from Bren Epro.
Yeah, and now finally we're going to get into the game, guys. And once again, this is Bren Epro versus Happy Feet Emperors. This is game 2 as we're going to get into the game. And Happy Feet Emperors just going to go against Bren Epro. Like, their movement is going to be a 1-1-3 in terms of lanes. 1 in the top lane, 1 in the mid lane, and 3 here in the bottom lane for their in their offlane side. While Bren Epro just responding with their own. They want some... I really do think that bottom side, Happy Feet Emperors want this bounty control.
Yep, and they're just securing here the lanes of the Tide Hunter as much as possible. You don't want to lose against an Ursa. It is very devastating here in the mid game.
The moment the Ursa touches you and you have a bad time, and now Dino the King in trouble as the Fury Swipes are going to be used, but there's the backup coming in, and that's going to be a lot of low ball lightning coming in, and there's going to be the root, but Dino the King might survive, but no, he is not, as Scarlet takes the first blood, and there it is. They're just going to return this with Rai being taken out, but now Sydney is in trouble. He might get right-clicked to death. There's going to be a little juke, the Fog of War in his favor, but there is an Illusory Orb available. He might have enough damage. Scarlet really wants this kill. No right-clicks available, and they're just going to get away with that. And now Popo and TMV just going to go forward. They really want that bounty.
Oracle?
Yeah, SC Wipe going to get that bounty instead, but no, the root's going to come in. And right now, Bren Epro with the triple bounty start. That's got to be big for them, as Scarlet has to back off. He's going to pay for that kind of defiance, and they're just going to go and just lick their wounds, and it's 1 and 2, but the gold lead still belongs to Bren Epro due to the 3 bounty start.
The puck almost got the 4th one.
Oh my goodness.
Uy, nice deward here from XCY. They knew na may vision ang Happy Feet Emperors dito. So they're gonna deward the Observer here on the bottom lane and just stabilize the lead that the HF Emperor squad got with the 2 kills that they have.
But yeah, like, as you said before, in terms of laning, if the lane goes a bit slower than usual, then Dragon King definitely could take that, because considering he needs a little bit of extra time to ramp up, but that's going to be a trapping here, as Sydney is going to use the Fork Lightning to try to escape. But no, instead he tries to cut down some trees, goes for the juke, and actually a TP is going to come in for some backup if he needs it.
Yep, it forces the rotation from the Oracle, so definitely magkakaroon na magandang lane series against the Tide Hunter sa may baba. At the same time, meron din namang Nature's Prophet na kaya mag-zone out kung saan man pupunta sa Tide Hunter. So, the Ursa will have a good start in this game for Bren Epro.
And now look at that damage that Shadow Shaman produces. Wind Run is not available here for Rom RQM, and now he gets taken out. Sydney gets that killing spree. He actually has 3 kills under his belt. Yeah. Nobody noticed.
And this is dangerous for Bren Epro. Again, this is a lineup that can definitely snowball out of the laning stage. Dahil meron silang Dragon Knight, meron silang Shadow Shaman, can definitely push the objectives kagad-agad. Pero Scarlet proving to be... Oh, it's Scarlet actually.
Yeah, as I said before, as you said before, actually, they switch up. But now Cody gets taken out by Sydney. Look at that, 72 damage, doing a lot of work.
And he went for the boots first para lang mas mahabol niya yung mga players ng Bren Epro. Pero one more, hindi mamamatay si Sydney rito.
And now Sydney is just going to get away from that. And that was so close to win run was available for RQM for him to try to finish that off. But instead, Goatee XCY, they're looking for this. They're looking for TMV. They want to pick him off. But Oracle just going to casually take it down.
Ooh,
There's going to be
the
the root
debuff.
coming out there. Debuffs coming in. And oh my goodness, two of them are going to be trapped in. And TMV
Ooh,
is
nice
in trouble.
block.
One sleight of fist is going to come in. And the block's going to come out. And that's going to be TMV taken out. And now Bren Epro just taking a little bit of extra kills for themselves. But they still... But still, there's still 4 kills
Yep.
on the Shadow Shaman. 72 damage.
And
Just ridiculous.
Right on there, sa may bottom lane is just cutting the creep wave against the Ursa. Having a pretty good time considering na wala nang support, wala na yung Nature's Prophet sa may bottom lane, so he can do whatever he wants. And it is a very good situation here for HF Empress. Oh, Popo.
I really do love Popo, like just trying to fight back since he has the extra armor and he has Dragon Tail to try to stop the Illusory Orb. Natsumi gonna throw the Searing Chains and it might be enough to kill, but no, instead he tries to back off as XCY is just gonna pelt him with auto attacks along with RQM.
Yep. Masakit pa rin yung Nature's Prophet with 63 damage from him, and he already has
Oh,
the
there's going to be a root, and Nay Sydney still level 1, still dealing
my
a lot of
God.
damage, and what a beautiful root coming in there! And those are the shackles, that's the kill, and Goatee gets taken out by TMV.
That is a level 2 Sleight of Fist na medyo mali pa yung range, pero the ability to get that, just to catch the Earth Trigger and get the kill.
Alright though, he's just going to take out Dino the King here, and Dino the King, as you said, Leviathan versus Ursa, not the best thing.
It's a very hard lane here for Dino the King to take advantage against the Ursa. But still, you're definitely happy that you're getting the levels for the Tidehunter, as the only threat that he has against Bren Epro is the level 6, which is the Ravage.
Yes, and like it really does take a while for the Tidehunter to start ramping up. He just needs a Blink Dagger, he just needs level 6, that's all he needs. But at the same time, further in the game, you really need more because you want to survive getting in there. The moment you get stunned and like Kraken Shell isn't available for you, you're dead.
Yep.
So you need to have like a better laning phase than this. But then they're just choosing to sacrifice the Ursa. They want to put all the resources here at top, considering that Bren Epro is doing the same, and now Popo with the double damage. He might be looking for a fight here against Scarlet.
And this is the type of matchup that we are talking about earlier. Puck has the level advantage considering that he has he has 4 denies, and I think most of them are range creeps against his Dragon Knight. But the thing is, the level 6 of the Dragon Knight is still coming. You can't really stop the DK from taking down the tower.
There's going to be another root, and the root coming in, and along with that is going to be the Shackles, and Natsumi gets the kill, and XCY is in trouble. He is going to use the trance, and Goatee just distracting all of them. There is no Fissure available for him, but there is still no mana for the Shadow Shaman, and really good Sprout there just to prevent that from being even worse, and TMV is now in trouble. There it is, the power shot, it's going to miss, but Goatee still going to continue. There's the puck, there's the stun, and there's the kill, and that makes sure that they get the bounty at 5 minutes. Guys, let's remember, bounties every 5 minutes. That's a lot of gold. 100 gold every 5 minutes for everyone. And that's going to ramp up. That's even more important than kills later on.
Yeah, just use math. If you get all 4 bounty runes, you're going to get 5. You're going to get 1,000 gold, and the enemy team is missing 1,000 gold. So you're technically getting 2k gold lead just out of that bounty runes.
Yes, and now TMV just gonna root up the puck, but that's not gonna be enough.
Ooh, Tidehunter.
And once again, Dino the King in trouble. There is no such thing as a Tidehunter surviving against an Ursa. If you think about it, he even had the rage. If you heard the roars there, along with that was going to be the overpower. And another fight here. They're probably going to dive Natsumi, but Natsumi is just going to back off. He knows he has the level advantage. But yeah, even with Kraken Shell and even with the Anchor Smash, the damage reduction isn't gonna be useful against the Ursa, but then the Shackles are gonna come in, and now Natsumi is just gonna try to finish him off. The Roots are gonna come in, and Goatee is gonna be finished off with a Sleight of Fist, and RGM gonna try to back off, but he can't really. But the Wind Run is available for him to run away, and let's see what he's gonna do from there. There is a Root. There is a. There it is.
God.
What a beautiful Sleight of Fist, and there's gonna be another Root coming in, and a Fork Lightning to try to finish him off, and RQM gets taken out by this safe lane.
In the middle lane, there is a catapult here for the Dragon Knight. This is a creep. This is a creep that can deal so much damage onto the tower. So if Puck decides to leave, definitely there's gonna be a punish here for the Dragonite. That's why you see Bren Epro here using relegating 2 heroes in the middle lane just to stop the push.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use the Dream Coil and 3 people. They're sending 3 people against Popo, but he's way too tanky with the Dragon's Blood. And there's the
nice shackle.
There's the shackle. There's a lot of CC coming in, but they're gonna answer back with another kill. And now Nay Sydney coming in with his own shackles. He's just gonna continue. The wind run is just gonna stop that, but there's another Fisher, and TMV gets taken out. What a good answer!
Bren Epro, knowing that there's a possibility that there's a pressure here in the middle lane, they turn it around, and they are now the ones pressuring the tier 1 tower in the middle lane against HF Emperors.
And I really love what the Wind Ranger did. Just the moment the Shadow Shaman looked at it, RQM was thinking, oh, he knows that the tower aggro is coming to me, might as well pop Wind Run while I'm being shackled. So no damage is registering into this Wind Ranger.
Yep, and again, there is a catapult here for Bren Epro. Look at the damage taken by the tier 1 mid tower of HF Emperors. Although it didn't die,
oh, not
it
me,
received
gonna
so
go
much
forward.
damage.
Shackle shot, just
God.
preventing the Searing Chains, but he's still gonna continue. The Remnant is gonna be used, but there's no mana for the Searing Chains, but he's still gonna back off, and he does have enough for the kill. But once again, Dino the King being bullied. His lunch money is taken away from him, and Rai, just the Chad right there, locking him up in the locker room.
Yep. Ember Spirit, though, realizing that there's no wind run and there's no shackle anymore, he goes for the pursuit. Although it's a very deep area to be into, he knows that there's not gonna be an answer here for Bren Epro.
But I want to ask, like, what is gonna be the answer for Happy Feet Emperors against this massive Ursa right now? Look at that, 8 minutes in, and he's already 3K in net worth with constant kills. But right now, they're just gonna get the double damage. And probably like even more so because Scarlet is gonna go down and probably they know that they're gonna get Dino the King, and now Dino the King just gonna go ahead and back off. Kraken Shell is gonna be used, and Kraken Shell just popped there. There it is, and they're gonna go in against Rai, but Rai is way too tanky and has so much damage, and there's not enough to save. And the Dream Coil is just gonna finish him off, and XCY just gonna TP in and save his friend, and they can't really do much. Look at that. It is unbearable. Things are grisly. It's pandemonium.
And in the middle lane, the Dragonite is pressuring the tier 1 tower off the puck. And Bren Epro...
Right now, Scarlet is going to go in, and he dodges the Dragon Tail. This might be big. As he gets trapped in, Popo has nothing else but to fight back. Instead, he tries to juke and run away. I would have suggested you would fight back, sir. Hey, that might have scared them a little bit more. But instead, TMV just put some damage and a little bit of extra heal for Scarlet, and there's a lot of tips from Bren Epro here.
Man, the rotations here for Bren Epro, they realize the fact that every time the Dragonite is going to try to pressure the middle lane, there's not going to be an answer from HF Emperors. That's why you're seeing the rotations here from Bren Epro are coming towards the other lane, the side lanes, either the top or it's either the bottom. But the problem is the Ursa is so big for HF Emperors that they decide to put the pressure in this lane.
And I really do love the Ursa pick, considering you have 10,000 movement speed thanks to the recent patches, and you get some face boots, and you become incredibly unstoppable. But Goatee is just going to put some Fisher, and they're not even going to continue that. They're just going to re-engage, and Dino the King is probably going to melt from that. No TP is going to save you, sir. And once again, you get stuffed into the locker.
Yep. And again, Bren Epro, they realize that they can get the momentum. This Ursa is so big right now. That's why you're seeing them putting everything into this Ursa Fry.
And right now, look at this. Look at Rai right now. He's a massive Chad. He's going to show them off. He's so big right now for everyone against him. And I really love what Bren Epro did. The moment they realized, oh, Happy Feet's probably going to answer against this Ursa being unstoppable, they're probably going to send some people down there. But instead, they're just going to go against the Wind Ranger, who has Wind Run and prevents everything. And what a save from the Fisher! Are they going to continue? Not Smee. It's just going to go continue. And RQM has to back off, but there's nothing of value lost.
Walang nakukuha yung HF Emperors. Bren Epro, oh, there's a Dream Coil here.
There's another Dream Coil coming in, but they're going to go for the root. There's going to be another stun, but they're still going to continue as Popo is on the side. Big silence going to stop them in their tracks, and they're going to back off. The disarm being used by the Oracle. Really good, but it's not enough as TMV is just going to get melted. No, they actually successfully stunned that, but there it is, the Illusory.
Oh,
the Echo Slam finishing him off, and there it is. Popo's the only person who can escape, and what a return kill from XCY. The only man with kills right now for his team, who actually is trying to succeed, but then another Illusory Orb. They're going to try to catch up. Is there going to be another Allen Iverson juke? No, they're not going to use that. Oh my goodness! The Serpent Wards did not trap this Puck. Oh, it's not going to be enough. As he gets out successfully with the Illusory Orb and the phase shift. It's just massive right now. And Bren Epro are knocking on the doors. They already took down the first door. They know that right now, Happy Feet Emperors are trapped in the zoo room. They want to take him out and get that 2-0.
The rotations from Bren Epro again, capitalizing on every information that they get on the map. That mid lane push was from the fact that there's only a Dragonite in the mid lane alongside the Oracle to help him, but here comes the outplay from the Puck. The last second,
Oh my
he
goodness.
gets out. The last second of the illusory orb.
And if I remember correctly, roots do not prevent people from using the illusory orb escape.
They do. They do. Yeah,
Okay.
they do.
They did change that.
But the thing is, the shackle wasn't there anymore.
The shackle
Just
wasn't there
the
anymore.
wards that are
Just-
dishing out the damage.
just that one thing, right?
Yeah,
It's
and
just-
the first skill of the Oracle didn't hit.
So that's kind of unfortunate for them. And now RQM is gonna be taking out this fortified tower. Fortified tower doesn't really matter, and considering it has like 10 health. And now Sydney in trouble. There's that bear,
Oh my God,
and
the
look at
damage.
that bear attack. Look at.
And the
My
Nature's
goodness,
Prophet
there's a
ulti
lot
as
of
well.
there's a lot of damage for the ulti and the bears, and
can
now
chase him down.
Dino the King is just gonna get chased down. Rai doesn't care. Rai just wants it. He knows that it's too
Oh, the
much
Fisher
to bear.
didn't
What? No, the Fisher did hit, but it actually was being cracked and shelled. But it doesn't matter. They're just gonna go for the pickoff. And right now,
Puck? Okay.
Puck is in trouble. But at what cost? 2 people get taken out, and this bear is just unstoppable. This is very bad for Happy Feet Emperors.
Again, Bren Epro utilizing every time that they have. This Ursa is just so big. And mahirap na to for HF Emperors. Tapos na yung timing nila wherein they can take towers. It's just 12 minutes in, but the thing is, if you're HF Emperors, you're facing the problem, where do we push? Even if we have Ravage, where are we gonna fight? There's just so much on the side of Bren Epro. You have Puck controlling the DK, controlling the Oracle. You still have an Echo Slam to worry about from the Earthshaker. And if I'm not mistaken, he already has a Blink Dagger.
And that's just really dangerous here as Bren Epro really do control the map. They have every tier 1 down. They could possibly put some deep wards in and just make it even more worse.
Another
Much
kill.
worse. And Rai, knowing that Dino the King was probably going to farm up in another lane, knowing that, he's probably going to stay bot. Nah. And then he was like, wait a minute, why is the Ursa here? No, I don't want to get mauled again. That's just what he's feeling right now.
Bakit nyo ako sinusundan?
Stop following me.
And that is what a bear does. He just follows you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a grizzly bear or a black bear, but I'm pretty sure it's a polar bear. Whatever way, you're dead.
Bottom lane.
And now bottom lane is just going to continue. The shackles are going to be used. The searing chains, are going to be used. And RQ, I'm just gonna throw some power shots, showing that he can fight back, and shows that he's just going to come in and look at this Rai with the 14-minute rush as every other Ursa does. Early rushes are their specialty.
Yep. And there's already the Blink Dagger on this guy.
Yeah.
So wala nang ligtas sa side ng HF Emperors if makakita ng potential target ang Bren Epro.
Yeah.
Even if the Ember Spirit has a remnant, isang Fisher lang, he might be taken down by Bren here.
And honestly, have you ever seen a teleporting bear? It just comes in and blinks in. Like
Yeah.
that's all kinds of danger. Like in real life, can you just imagine? You're driving down the street and a teleporting bear comes
Yeah.
in. It's like, wow, why is it here?
It was like, try to escape!
So that's pretty much it for them. And right now, Bren Epro has the teleporting bear,
And look
the
at the,
blink dagger.
Look at the advantage amassed here by Bren Epro. 7k gold kagad
Yeah.
ang lamang nila. Oh,
And now
Fisher here
Fisher
in the
coming in,
Dream
another
Coil.
Dream Coil coming out there, and the Illusory Orb, he's not going to continue with that, and there's the Ravage available, and they're going to use it, but it's not going to be enough as they're going to take down the, oh my goodness, they might actually kill some
the Echo Slam!
but Rai survives with the Echo Slam being used, and they're just going to continue even more, so
False
False
Promise.
Promise being used up, and that's going to be another Sleight of Fist to try to trap them, but the Sprout is going to be there, along with that is going to be the Fisher, and TMV is going to be the Sacrificial Lamb, and everyone else is going to escape, but then Rai really wants to continue this. He only has 10 seconds for his blink. He does not want to continue.
But they want all 3 lanes shoved out. Earthshaker taking care of the top lane, and there's a Windrager shoving in on the bottom lane. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the Urza is threatening the kill here on the Ember Spirit. But it's a very hard target to kill down if you don't have the Earthshaker around.
Yes, and definitely, like, if you've noticed, Happy Feet's having a hard time considering they've been on the back foot in the previous game, and now they're trying to adjust. They're still in the back foot in this current game. Right now, Bren Epro is using that momentum to constantly smother them. Look at this insanity right now. Like, it's a big pillow that they can't really get out of. They're trying to get out of it.
Just look at the net worth here on the left side. 7,000 for the Ursa and the puck. And the next best thing here for the HF Emperors is the DK, which only has 5.5k.
Yeah, look at that 9k net worth lead, considering that both of them are on the top of the richest list here. They could basically buy Valve at this point. But
It's a very hard argument.
yeah, but right now, if you can look at it, the Ursa just basically owns this entire map. They don't have any answers. Every time they try to kill the Ursa, there's always a little save. It might be the Echo Slam. It might be a little Sprout. Everything there. They don't have anything. The ult's being even used, and Sydney has to get out of this. But then
Coil?
another coil being used, and of course preventing the shackles from coming in. And another TP could come out, and haste being used up.
In the middle.
And another one just coming out of there, and they're being trapped by the Fisher. The only person who's gonna get taken out of here is TMV, as the Ember Spirit does have something to escape with, and Natsumi being lucky that he's the only one. Dino the King every time.
Oh, one more egg leg.
One more hit. Every time, and now Rai is wicked sick. He's just
DK.
DK in the worst possible place. The Rod of Atos being used, and that's just gonna be the continuation. And look at that. Look at that.
Relentless pressure from Bren Epro. Hindi sila titigil dito. They want the objectives, and they are gonna take it in this middle lane. Tier 2 tower will likely fall, and HF Emperors, wala silang sagot.
Free 1.2 gold for them, simply because Rai right now is a bully, and the Tidehunter has nothing. It's literally nothing. Every single time. Every time Tidehunter tries to look at farm, it's not even he's trying to hit the farm, he just looks in the farm's direction, and Rai is there, slapping the anchor out of his hands.
And there's an upcoming item here for the Ursa. Might be the Basher. Yes, it is gonna be the Basher here para kay Rai. And again, there's not gonna be a target for Bren Epro wherein they cannot kill the target. Even the Ember Spirit is not safe against this lineup.
And no one is safe, really. Ember Spirit, sure, you're slippery, but are you really gonna deal with a teleporting bear? Once again, Rai right now is the king of not only the jungle but the entire map. He is the king of this forest. He is the king of everything.
And this just means na walang lugar sa mapa for HF Emperors na safely makakapag-farm yung mga cores nila. And if you look at the items of the Dragon Knight, he purchased a Hand of Midas just to have a decent income, as they don't really get to farm anywhere on the map.
And I just realized something. Aren't the Emperors basically like penguin based? And this is a polar bear basically, because look how strong he is. I don't think he's a grizzly bear. It's a polar bear. They're the natural predator. They destroy penguins. Look at that. Like, let's go for a little National Geographic here, but look at that. It's insane as Rai is just tearing them apart just by himself. He's going insane.
Oh,
and now Rod of Atos
oh my God.
And now look at that shackle. They're probably going to continue that along with the Fisher, but it's not going to be just a little bit of harass, just showing them, hey, we have this. Better be careful.
Yep, they were looking for the jump here from the Earthshaker, but here comes Rai with the Aegis. Is not afraid of dying, as he gets to have a second life.
And now the second life will be used here as they're going to continue.
Oh, the Dream Call!
And the Dream Call hits too. The Shackles might be there to save, but it's not going to be enough, as Rai is going to be on a monster kill. Goatee is going to get that double kill with the Echo Slam, and they're just going to continue. And stop it! Stop it! What are you doing? This is murder! This is a massacre right now for Happy Feet Emperors.
Even before the 20-minute mark, this is a team that is supposed to push the objectives against Bren Epro, but Bren, they are knocking on the front door of Happy Feet Emperors. What can you really do to defend against this?
It's not even knocking on the front door at this point. They're kicking down the door, tearing down the gates. Even if you're going to hide in your bathroom, they're just going to destroy it, bulldoze it all away. And look at this. Happy Feet Emperors trying to reel from that barracks being lost. And Bren Epro being much more aggressive. Look at that 19k net worth lead.
Big lead for Bren Epro, and I do think that there's a little chance that HF Emperors can bounce back. Sobrang laki na ng advantage na na-amass ng Bren Epro dito, and they still have the fact that they have an unkillable bear.
Yes. This bear, actually, I want to see if we could shift to the KDA here, just to see if like that bear did not die at all. Like,
I think he hasn't yet.
It's just ridiculous. I love seeing unstoppable bears as they're going to come in here, and the Sprout's going to be used. Along with that, it's going to be, oh my goodness, off the map. Natsumi gets taken out, but they're going to continue with the Dream Coil. It's just going to be big, and they're just going to continue as Scarlet puts down some Illusory Orb, puts down the Silence, and the stun just going to continue. And no Kraken Shell is going to save you, sir, with that double kill. The Beyond Godlike from Rai and Bren Epro are probably going to end this. Along with that is going to be the Yules, but it's not going to be enough, and they're just going to continue and take down this Tier 3 tower at top, and GG's are being called. And at 21 minutes, Bren Epro make a statement. So right now, we're just going to look at this bear. Rai, right now. And Bren Epro take the 2-0 against Happy Feet Emperors. And look at that. Look how satisfied they